So I began this project by researching places and memories from my childhood. This was the 2p machine in an arcade near my grandparents' house. And it's got obviously all these like vivid designs, which I remember. I followed on to that by looking at the dojo where I used to do karate. It was at this blind school, which is why I remember these sign language posters on the walls. Then I looked at Charlie and Lola, which was such a significant show from my childhood. I have just absolutely loved the illustration style. And this was the most important starting point that I looked at. It was my best friend's brother's room, and it was not to my personal taste at all. Had AstroTurf on the floor, sports equipment all around it, like an emoji pillow. So I wanted to evaluate why I might not like the look of this room. I looked at the football culture, and the culture around it is very strong and prominent, especially in the UK. I took some samples off the goalposts and looked at kind of the hypermasculinity around it, and just key imagery. This was some of the physical sensations of being at the match and the emotional sensations, I guess. This was, imagine the gum on the seat and the stickiness of the beer. It's very rigid and very strong connotations, but it's also part of being part of a community. And I kind of broke the football down and looked how it came together, the hexagons and the pentagons, and lots of little bits coming together and kind of creating this cool ball shape, which is quite fascinating. So this was sampling from old netballs and footballs. I crocheted into the middle, just playing around, seeing what I liked and didn't like, and then sampling them onto a mannequin. Tried some lattice and just kind of deconstructing it and seeing how it might work on a body. So I did some perspective pictures, holding up my samples to people and taking photos, and then drawing over them, and seeing what shapes I liked for my initial designs. And here are some more initial designs, just trying to see how my samples might be applied to the body. Just really trying to get some shapes, some silhouettes. And then I brought some more colour in. Wanted to go for quite brash colours. I was really looking at colours which aren't to my personal taste, because that's what I wanted to focus on in this project. These are looking at the shapes of beer glasses and pint glasses and the trophies. It's very top heavy, and I focused that around the shoulders. And here's some more top heavy referencing. And I looked at placing the samples on the elbows and the knees and the shoulder, and how that might be protective or places it could bend around. This is what I decided to do for my final designs. The colours are quite brash, quite connotated to football, I think, with the red and the blue. And on reflection, it would be nice if I could have extended to the lower part of the body as well. So I tried my garment on in lots of different places here, just testing around. It's styling it in ways that I wouldn't have thought to do, because it just went straight for the shoulders. So I was just trying out other ways I could place it on the body. This was one of the samples I brought forward from the idea of getting the really sticky gum. It's very rigid, and then this one's a lot more fluid and flexible and stretchy. And yeah, I like the contrast, and this is how I kind of put it on and created the garment itself with the shoulders. And yeah, my references. And this was my final shoot. I wanted to feel like being part of a community, surrounded by like-minded people, and understanding people who share your passions and emotions. And it's made up of loads of tiny parts, as you can see. It's being part of a big community. Because in the end, I reevaluated why I dislike football culture. Although I still have criticisms, still appreciate why so many people find value in it.